Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for 6 things that we learned from Chelsea 8, Noah FC 0. Yes, I'll say it again. Chelsea 8, FC Noah 0. We've got ourselves a new trim. We've got ourselves 8 goals. We didn't quite make it to the promised dreamland of double figures, but hell. When have you ever turned up to a GBFC video celebrating an 8-0 win? And I'm going to say this right now. Let's go for a record. 8,000 likes on this 6 things we learnt video for the 8 goals that we have seen today from Chelsea Football Club. And let's be real, it could have been 16. And also, at the same time, we might as well just say that they also could have had a couple of goals. Philip Jorgensen gets a clean sheet, makes a few good saves, and it was one of those games of football where the longer it goes on, the more you feel as though we're living in a real simulation here. There could have been so many more goals in this game, but Chelsea were absolutely emphatic in that first half. And obviously the goals come in, it starts off, the first 10 minutes, we're looking at it and we're like, well, this isn't going as easily as we thought it was going to go. Noah had some possession. They were doing pretty well. Chelsea start very slowly. And then Enzo Fernandez puts in a sumptuous corner. It's headed in by Tosin. And that is where the floodgates began to open because the Noah defenders, they split themselves apart. Guiu, someone in the chat on my live stream said that he is like the striker version of Conor Gallagher. And I quite like that comparison. He's always running. He's always looking to bite at the ankles. Guiu makes it 2-0. Disasi 3. Felix 4, Mudryk 5, Felix 6, Nkunku 7 and 8. It was just sublime. And look, people were saying, we need to maybe set our foot off the gas a little bit. We need to show some respect to the opponents. Look, what is disrespectful and disingenuous to the competition is letting your foot off the gas. And in the second half, I don't necessarily think that Chelsea took their feet off the gas, but the reason that we were cooking so hard in that first half was absolutely because Enzo Fernandez showed up today with an absolute masterclass. And look, the opposition wasn't brilliant, but you can only beat what is put in front of you. And the lineup was very similar to what I said in the GBFC match preview. I said, look, when you're playing against a team that are flipping 4th in the Armenian Premier League, you don't need to go and waste time having 2 holding midfielders. And lo and behold, Enzo Maresca's been watching a bit of old GBFC. Make sure you're subscribed so you can do it on a daily basis as well. And we see a 4-1-4-1 formation where Enzo Fernandez is given the license to run the midfield all by himself for Chelsea. And he absolutely did that. The corners as well. One of those where, again, doesn't matter about the opposition. To see Chelsea scoring goals from corners where Tosin's made the run, Disasi's made the run, and we've got our heads on things. Not only is it brilliant from Enzo Fernandez, but also nice for Bernardo Cueva, who we bought in from Brentford, not the crisps. He's a set-piece coach. He came in the summer, and to be fair, when you look at Chelsea from set-pieces so far this season, you wouldn't be too wrong to say, well, what the bloody hell are we doing with set-pieces then, mate? But we've done it today. We've delivered. We scored 2 brilliant goals from set-pieces. Tosin's first goal for Chelsea. And Axel Disasi, a man that has been renamed Disaster in many a comment section, not just on GBFC, but across the board on Chelsea YouTube channels. He's called Disaster very often indeed, and he gets a goal and an assist. It's one of those nights where you look at that starting 11, you see 5 attackers out there, and you're like, right, good. Enzo Maresca has not only seen that we're going to be playing against the Farmers team here, but at the same time, Tyreek George gets a start, Guiu gets a start, and if these players are going to be in and around the squad this season, if they don't start matches like this, then particularly if you're someone like Guiu, you go from being that really hungry, ready to take your chance whenever you're given a minute or whenever you get yourself a start, you go from being that to, well, I should have stayed on loan. I should have gone somewhere else so I can actually play my football. Guiu gets his first Chelsea goal. And I think overall tonight, as much as in the grander scheme of things, we didn't really learn too much. But what I do think Chelsea did very well is take the competition seriously. We've absolutely stamped our intent on this competition by saying, look, you know, you finish 6th in the Premier League. You quite often expect a Europa League place as a result of that. But the way the competitions went last year, we didn't get it. You can only beat what is put in front of you. And Chelsea did that absolutely emphatically this evening. But first of all, we begin box number 1. I was thinking, do I give man of the match to Enzo Fernandez or Joao Felix? And I think when we're moving forward, a lot of people were saying to me in the stream, are there any players here in the B team that you think are going to play their way into this Chelsea side? Cole Palmer, after that horror tackle from Martinez at the weekend in injury time against Manchester United, there is concern that Cole Palmer might not be fit. And if I'm looking tonight at Christopher Nkunku, Joao Felix, who are both given kind of a free role, there's you playing as a number 10, go and support Mark up front, go and be creative, go and make chances, go and get yourself goals. 2 goals and an assist for Felix, and exactly the same for Christopher Nkunku. But when I'm looking at the quality on the ball, when I'm looking at the things that Felix was doing, not only should he have had 3 or 4 goals, he literally missed from 1 yard out. And it went behind him. I don't know how he's missed that, but we can forgive him because we won 8-0. Nobody bloody cares. If you haven't yet smacked a like on this video, make sure you bloody do, because this is delightful. I'm absolutely loving this, but we've given the man of the match here to Joao Felix. Box number 2 is a green for Mark Guiu. You guys know I was out in America during Chelsea's pre-season. To go all the way to the US, spend a load of money following Chelsea on the tour, to see 1 win was a little bit draining. At the start of the season, after that pre-season, I was worried. I wasn't sure it was going to click the way that it has under Maresca. And in that pre-season, Mark Guiu was one of the positives. And when players, professionals that have been playing at the Euros, and Chelsea got a lot of top players, and you see the speed of pre-season isn't what you'd really want it to be, and it's not comparative to what it was in the league. Whereas for Mark Guiu, he was always absolutely running everywhere, giving 100%. And I think at times, you could say that he tries a bit too hard. But tonight, the finish was absolutely sublime. He could have had another one as well, but it's cleared off the line. I think it hits the post and maybe it went in. I don't know. They had VAR this evening, but maybe the ref didn't have his watch on. But Mark Guiu, I thought, was absolutely excellent. Box number 3, magnificent performance today from Tyreek George. I don't think he's going to be necessarily knocking on the door for Premier League starts yet. I think Maresca still sees him as very inexperienced. But what I will say was he's very direct, really wants that ball to cut in on that left foot of his. And I thought he was fantastic. I thought the link-up we saw with Nkunku in the first half was brilliant. Chelsea players were looking to get him the ball because they knew that he wanted to run at the Noah back line. He was playing with confidence. And when he came off, you could tell that I think that everything about his performance was exciting, but he wanted that goal. And I don't know why Maresca took him off, to be fair, but I thought Tyreek George tonight was absolutely fantastic. Box number 4, Enzo Fernandez. That was brilliant. That is what I need to see from you in the Premier League. I need to see that from Enzo, game in and game out. He was brilliant tonight. 3 assists in the first 24 minutes. That is a masterclass. I said it in my preview. I expect a masterclass from him. We know he's got the quality. I've never doubted that it's there. I just complain that I don't see it enough. Tonight I saw it, and I do think that Maresca bringing him off at half-time means that there could be a little tweak tactically. Maybe he saw enough tonight to say, you know what? We're going to put Enzo alongside Caicedo against Arsenal. And to be fair, I wouldn't turn my nose up at it after what I saw from Enzo Fernandez tonight. Long passing, brilliant. Short passing, brilliant. Tenacity to get into the tackles, brilliant. Professional performance, magnificent from Enzo Fernandez. Box number 5. This is when you know we are having a party on GBFC. Don't know why I went kind of Italian. It's from Maresca. We got the Frenchman. Axel Disasi is box number 5. This is when you know you've had a bloody good day at the office, when Disasi is running the length of the pitch to get an amazing assist for Joao Felix, and he gets himself a goal as well. Magnificent stuff. Box number 6 is a green for Christopher Nkunku, and he scores 2 goals. One of them is a penalty. The other one, he kind of gets it at the second time of asking. But I will say this about Nkunku. There were times tonight where he looked as though he was in a little bit of a strop. And this isn't me trying to find a negative because we've just won bloody 8-0. All right? But if there was any kind of, is Nkunku happy? Is Nkunku not happy? I think tonight you can see that it's basically just business, business, business. He looked as though he was in a little bit of a strop. Maresca also brings him off when he's on a hat-trick, which if you're a striker and you got 2 goals and you're in hot form and the goals for the 7th and 8th goal tonight for Chelsea, if you're in Nkunku, you absolutely want to stay out there. But look, Chelsea tonight were emphatic. We got the job done. We were sitting there on the GBFC watch-along live stream saying, we want 10, we want 10. We were spamming it. But look, this is the biggest win that we have seen on this YouTube channel since I started making these videos. This is a competitive fixture. Yes, it's against bloody Noah's Ark from Armenia, but look, you can only beat what's put in front of you. Chelsea were ruthless. Chelsea were professional. We get the job done. And we move now to Arsenal at Stamford Bridge at our home this weekend in the Premier League. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel so you don't miss any future watch-alongs, any future Six Things videos, and Chelsea news and everything else we do here. Smack a like if you enjoyed yourself. Come on, you Blues.